Well, hello everybody and happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, May 29th, 2024 at 7:05. I'm late. I know. I'm sorry. I'll fill you guys in just a second when everybody gets on here. So, hey. Sorry I missed you guys yesterday. I just ran in the house. I was outside. So I'll tell you guys about that in just a sec. Let me get everything going. There should be a commercial coming on here in a second. For some reason, oh, here it comes. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't get a commercial today. That's weird. Awesome. Okay, so we are live, and I'm crooked. Let me see if I can fix it. There we go. A little bit better. All right. So how is everybody doing? Sorry I missed you guys yesterday. I had one heck of a day, and I was just not gonna stress myself out like super duper bad to get a project ready. So I did one today, and then I had a landscaper coming, and he was supposed to be here at like 6, and he was running late. So he called me at like 6 o'clock, and he's like, "I'm running late. I'll be there about 6:45." And I was like, "Okay." So I'm thinking, great, because my video is at 7. So he got here right at 6:45, and I ran outside. I'm like, "Okay." I said, "We got like 15 minutes, and then I can run inside and do my video." And so we were out there talking. So he's going to do some work for me, because the other guy did a terrible job. So he's going to kind of fix it. So, hey, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Jody. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Reva. Hey, Hilda. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Diane. Hey, Julie. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Regina. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Susan. Hey, Diana. Hey, Marva. Hey, Jilly. Oh, how is everybody doing? Hey, Therese. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Kathy. All right. Oh, Vincent. We have another guy on here. And Bill. 2 guys. Hey, Mel. Hey, Dolores. Nick. Oh, we got a Nick on here. We got 3 guys tonight. All right. A little testosterone in the house. That's good. All right. So I hope you guys are ready for a fun video. So I've got a great long story to tell you about what happened yesterday. And then I'm going to show you how to make these 2 gorgeous cards. So this is the split card technique, which I did a few months back when we had the, what was that? Stippled Roses celebration paper. And I was looking through my videos for something to do, and I was like, oh, that's a good technique. So we're going to do it with the Thoughtful Journey paper. Or Thoughtful, wait a minute, is it Thoughtful Journey? Yeah, Thoughtful Journey paper. So that is on page 47. So here's the paper, and it's got really fun patterns on, well, gorgeous patterns on the front, and then the back is mostly like watercolor looking. So I really wanted to use like this pink right here with this one, but it's on the back. And I've already used like 4 packs of this pattern. So I was like, excuse me. So I was like, okay, I got to find another one. So I used this piece right here, the back of that one. Oh, you know what I just realized? I could have used this paper. That would have gone really well too. Darn it. I could have used that instead with that flower paper. And we're also using this stamp right here. And then we're also using the one with the butterfly. What is that one called? Here it is. Somewhere right here. Hold on. I thought it was right here. Unbounded. I thought it was in this Unbounded Beauty section. Oh, here it is. Okay, page 69, Spotlight on Nature. Uh-oh. I just disappeared. Here we go. Okay. Oh. So Vincent is really Cindy. So we only have 2 guys. All right, so we're using this set here for the butterfly and the leaf. So that's where we get that from. So here's the paper, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This is about a pack and a half because I keep using the same pieces all the time. So the back is just really pretty watercolory looking. And this is the one, no, this is the one that I wanted to use the, oh, it's kind of purpley. That would have gone really well though. And this, that's the back piece. Oops. So I have a couple of those left. That was my swap for the Stampin' Up trip. I used that piece that we're using tonight. This one right here. So I've used a lot of that. This one's really pretty too. Sometimes it's hard to decide if you want to use the front or the back. That's a really pretty one. That's what we're using actually tonight. And then this is pretty. Love these papers. They're so pretty. This is a good one, and that's a good one to match it with. That's the only bad thing is the back matches it, but you don't want to, you can't use both of them at the same time unless you use 2 different sheets usually. Love this one. That's gorgeous. This is my favorite though. These 2 flower ones are my favorite. This one's pretty too. I already showed you that one, I think. Yeah. We did that one in the last video, like a week or 2 ago. There's so many pretty papers. All right, so there you go. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I think it is back in stock. It was sold out for just like a week or 2, but I think it's back. And then I have some happy mail. I got this gorgeous card and a great surprise in the mail. So this card is from Debbie Davis. So it's got this cute little belly buckle on it. So you take it off, and then it is like that. Isn't that cute? So she sent me this awesome card and a gift card to Starbucks, which I don't drink coffee, but I do like their strawberry frappuccinos. They're very good, and their tea is good. And their banana nut bread is really good. So I go there occasionally, but they're so expensive. So thank you so much, Debbie. That was so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget, you've got 2 days left to get this kit in the mail. This is your card kit for this time. So with a $50 order or more, you get the card kit, and make sure you use that host code. And then if it's $100 or more, you'll get the gems too. And then we've also got 2 days left for the starter kit special. Today is buy one, get one free. What? What do you mean today is buy one, get one free? Because we're doing 2 cards, or because there actually is a sale going on right now? Or, oh, it's Starbucks is buy one, get one free? I don't know what you're talking about, Mel. Oh, it's Starbucks. Oh, man, really? Buy one, get one free? Darn. Wish I'd have known that, because I don't, it's probably a zoo in there, though, if it was buy one, get one free. I know tomorrow, or maybe it's today, is flip-flop day at Tropical Smoothie, and they're giving away free smoothies. So it's probably crazy. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow. But whenever they have a thing like that, like Dairy Queen has a day where they give away like a free ice cream, it's always like so crazy. You got to wait in line for like an hour, so I never go. Okay. Bill says manpower. I'm itching so bad. I worked out in the yard today, and I mowed the grass, and there were these biting flies out there. I think they're called June flies or yellow flies. They come out every year. And oh my God, I was getting attacked. And then I sat down, and there were these little gnats, like no-see-um. I think they're called no-see-ums, but they're little gnats. And every 5 seconds they're biting me. And so I'm getting attacked out there. And it was a beautiful day, so I wanted to sit outside for a little while, but I couldn't because I was getting attacked by these flies and gnats. So I had to come inside. Oh, hey, Elaine. I make your day. I'm so glad. Not as bad as Starbucks. They have specials. Oh, okay. I'll have to go there now. I got a couple gift cards to go to Starbucks. Okay. So, starter kit special. I've had a bunch of people take advantage of this. This is a great deal. Probably the best deal I've seen in my 23 years as a demonstrator. You get $82 of free stuff on top of your kit. So the kit is normally $99. It's always $99 pretty much. And you normally get $125 of product for $99, and you get free shipping. Well, now you're going to get your $125 plus this stuff right here. All the in color pads and paper, designer paper, and the Stampin' markers. So you get all that $82 value plus the $125, so that's $207 of stuff for $99, and free shipping. And you also get a few catalogs, and you get a free paper pumpkin. So it is a fantastic deal. Just the free shipping alone is like 20 some dollars worth of free on top of all that stuff. So you're getting it all for less than half price. So 2 days left. It's over on, what's today? Wednesday. It's over on Friday's last day, I think. So there you go. There's all my announcements. And now we can get to stamping. I'm just like itching so bad. And I just went out there with that guy. He's so nice. He came into work the other day and he was so sweet. He's like about maybe 20 years old, and he works for a landscaper. And I was like, oh. And I said, do you do side work? And he was like, yeah, I do. And so he's going to do it for me on the side. But he's like really, really sweet. And he just lives right around the corner, so that's good. Okay, so you need 2 pieces of coordinating designer paper. So I'm using these 2 pieces. That's the other side. I tried to use one that had a pattern on it, and it just was too busy. So I decided to use just a plain one. But I didn't cut these because I wanted to show you how I cut it. So we're starting with 6 by 6. I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4 by 4. So if you have just regular, you can use any paper you want, but you got to have it at 5 1/4 by 4, which I'm going to cut it down in just a minute. And then you need 2 pieces of petunia pop, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. You need 4 pieces of white, 5 1/4 by 4, because we're making 2 cards. We need white for the front and white for the inside. And then you need 4 strips of, it doesn't have to be this long, 1/2 inch strips. And I just did it 5 1/2 because I just took a piece of cardstock I already had cut. It doesn't have to be quite that long, but might as well have it too long than too short. So that's what you need, and we're going to cut that down in just a second after you get a screenshot of that. Skin so soft. Ugh, I heard that works, but I just don't like the smell of it. And I hate bug spray. Bug spray smells so bad. But I try. Usually if I go out in the morning, it's not bad. Usually the bugs don't come out till later at night. But oh my gosh, I'm so itchy right now. And I took a shower and everything, but I'm just itching. Kimberly Barbish. Rosie says, welcome, Kimberly Barbish. She is so funny. Is she as funny as me? Hey. First time joining live. Welcome, Kimberly. Uh-oh. My screen is spinning around like it's losing the signal. So hopefully, okay, it's back. Woo! Y'all didn't lose me, did ya? Cut it with water, 50-50, then not so strong. Okay. All right. So hopefully you guys didn't just lose me for a minute because it was spinning in a circle on my end. Okay, so we're going to cut this first. Was talking about you. Okay. Lost for a second. Okay. All right, so we don't need the petunia yet, or these strips. And we're just gonna set that aside for a minute until we cut this. Okay. All right, so we want to cut it down to 5 1/4 by 4. So let me do the plain one first. So what I did was I wanted to save this part right here because that's what I did for my butterflies. So I stamped my butterflies on this strip right here. So we want to cut that off at 4 inches. So let me move this over. So we're going to cut that at 4 inches. And y'all know I do my paper cutter upside down, not like regular people. And then 5 1/4. So mine is upside down. You can save that piece for something else. All right, so this piece you're gonna save to do your butterflies on. The other one you can just do whatever. All right, so we've got that piece done. Then we're gonna cut this one. So this one was a little bit harder because I really wanted like this cut off and this cut off and a little bit of the top and the bottom. So I cut, this is what I wanted as my main part. So I cut a little bit off the bottom, like about right there. I don't know, that's maybe like 3/4 of an inch. I didn't really measure it. I just kind of looked and I said, okay, I want to cut a little bit of that. And then, so now I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. So we're just going to cut a teeny bit off the top. So just that much. So not too much, but then I want to cut this part off right here. So that's about 3/4 of an inch. Doesn't have to be exact, but I just wanted this part right here is my main part. So now go to 4 and then save that for something else. So we've got our extra pieces. So now you've got 2 pieces, 5 1/4 by 4. They have to be exactly the same or it doesn't, oh, I need the paper cutter still. Okay. So now we're going to cut them. All right, so what we're going to do, I don't know if you guys remember when I showed you how to do this. You're going to go like 1 knuckle down. So 1 knuckle. I'm going to show you my crooked finger. It's my arthritis finger. Let's do another finger. So go down like 1 knuckle and cut. And you're going to cut it from there to about a little bit less than half. Okay, so from right here, about 1 knuckle down to about right there, with our first, maybe right there. That's our first cut, okay? So about 1 knuckle on this side and a little bit less than half. Make sure they're really lined up good. So about right there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but approximately that. Okay, so that's our first cut right there. All right, so now we're left with this. So we're going to go down just a little bit more, about half of a knuckle, and we're going to cut down to the bottom. So you're going to go about a knuckle in, about right there, and then to just a little bit lower, like half of a knuckle. Okay, so we want just a little bit here, and we want to go to the bottom. Can you guys see that? Hopefully I'm still on the screen. So about a knuckle in, that far, and about just a little bit, because you want this like not very big right here. You don't want to go too far. Okay, so there we go, about right there. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as they're both the same. And there we go. All right, so there's our cards. So we're done cutting. All right, so we've got our top, and then our middle, and then our bottom. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So then what you're gonna do, that's our original, is you're gonna flip-flop these two. So now this is gonna be 1 card here with these 3 pieces. So you'll have 2 of the same on the top and the bottom, and then this will be the middle. So that's 1 card, and then this is the other card. Okay. So one will have the flowers in the middle, one will have the flowers in the top and the bottom. So you just swap them out. Okay, so now we're going to get our white piece for doing the first one. Now, you want to start with the middle one, so we're going to glue the middle one first. My technical terms, you like those? A knuckle? Well, I would say an inch, but a lot of people don't know what an inch is, so it's easier. I have small hands, so I'm fat, but I have fat, small hands. Okay, so line that up. It's got to be in the bottom corner and then lined up on the edges. Make sure it's good and lined up. Okay, so there's our first one. Yeah, everybody's knuckles are about a little bit less than an inch. Okay, so then for the top and the bottom piece, we're going to use our, my blade's getting kind of rough looking, isn't it? Okay. We're going to glue this right here. And so this piece is definitely longer, but that's fine. All right, so we're going to put a little bit of glue right on the edge. And then you're going to put this, and you want just about 1/8 of an inch showing. So about that much. It doesn't really matter as long as they're both the same. Probably should get a nail file or something to smooth that out a little bit. Okay, so there's one. Then we're going to do this one. Now I got fuzz everywhere. So same thing with this one. Just put glue down the edge. And then put this one underneath. Same thing. You want it about 1/8 of an inch, which is just a little bit. It's like your normal border on a card. So you just want it about that much. As long as they're almost the same, then it's fine. Okay, and then we're just going to trim this. So you want this to be even with the edge. And I didn't bring my glasses here, but so we're just going to go straight there and straight here. Oh, I got to tell you my story from yesterday, why I didn't do the video. All right, so that one goes there. So anyway, I had to work on Memorial Day. So it was a really long day because we were super busy in the morning, but it was kind of dead at night. So it was just dragging, you know, when it's like slow and it's just dragging. So I got home and I was starving. And so I wanted to eat something. And it was like, I got off a little bit early because I wasn't the closer. So we were so slow, I just left a little bit early. And I really wanted, like, not a meal, but I wanted some chips and dip. So I had some avocados in the refrigerator. I said, oh, I'm going to make some guacamole. So I made some guacamole the easy way. Usually I make it from scratch. Like, I cut everything up fresh, you know, tomatoes and like everything's fresh, cilantro and all that. But I didn't have all that. So I did it the easy way, which is just use avocados and rotel. And then I had a lime and I had some, I didn't have real cilantro, so I had to use some dry. And, you know, garlic powder. I had an onion, but I didn't want to cut up a whole onion, so I just put onion powder. And then salt and pepper and stuff. So it was like a real easy version of it. All right, so now we just have to trim because I see a little bit hanging over the edge. And so I bought these chips the other day. They're like the best chips. They're called South of the Border. I don't know if you guys have ever had them. They have them at Sam's, but they also have them like at everywhere else. All right, so there's this one. So we're done with that one. Now we're going to take this one and do the other one. So we're going to start with the blue again, the middle. So those South of the Border chips are so good. And they're like way better than Tostitos or just a regular kind. They taste just like the restaurants. So anyway, I made this guacamole and the chips. And I'm sitting there eating them. And it was so good. And I, like, before I knew it, I ate the whole bowl. And I was like, oh, I can't believe I did that. So, you know, by then it's like 8 something. And normally I don't eat anything after like 5:30. So I said, this is not good. I'm really, really full. So I wanted to go to bed like around 10 or so. So I go to bed and I'm laying there and I'm feeling sick to my stomach. I'm like, oh, God, I ate too much. I really shouldn't have eaten that when I got home. So, needless to say, I was up half the night, not like sick, but I just felt sick. So, I didn't get any sleep and I was so tired. And then I had to get up and had a class on Tuesday in the morning. So, this one we're going to just flip it over. And so I did my class. And then after my class, I was so tired. I was going to work on my project for the video. But I was so tired, I'm like, I think I'm just going to lay down and take a little nap because I didn't get any sleep last night. So I laid down, and it was like 1 o'clock or so. I did eat some lunch, and then I laid down. Next thing I know, it's like 4 o'clock. And I was like, oh, no, because I hadn't done my project yet. And I laid there and I said, okay, do I really want to stress and try to come up with a project like super fast and stress myself? Or do I just want to postpone the video? So I sat there for a minute and I said, I think I'm just going to postpone the video. Oh, I didn't even tell you what else happened. Okay, so, oh gosh, I can't believe I forgot the most important part of yesterday, or what happened yesterday. So you guys know I spent all this money getting my yard done. And when they took the trees down and stuff, they had driven through the front yard with the dump trucks and everything. So my whole front yard had been torn up and the backyard too, both of them. So I've been spending like the last few weeks getting my yard back to normal. So when I got up yesterday morning, I go look out the window because I hear all this noise out there. And there's all these Mexicans in my front yard, and they're digging up my whole front yard all along the street area. You know, I guess my easement is about from the street 10 foot in. So there's like 5 big giant holes, like 3 or 4 feet deep and several feet across, and some of these guys are in the hole. And I'm like flipping out because my whole yard is just full of giant holes with men in them. And they have all these trucks out there, all these machines and everything. And I'm like hysterical. I'm like, I can't believe I've just spent all this time fixing my yard and these guys just dug it all up. So I go run outside in my nightgown and I'm like, what are you guys doing? And none of them spoke English. None. They're just all looking at me like I'm crazy. And so I'm just standing there, you know, in my nightgown. And here comes one walking over. He's like the supervisor. So he speaks a little bit of English. And I said, what's going on? What are you guys doing? And he said, fiber. We put fiber. I said, well, Verizon already tore up my yard twice. And he said, not Verizon. He said, we're not Verizon. He said, Loomis. And I was like, I never heard of Loomis. And I said, well, aren't you supposed to tell us before you come out here and tear up the yard? And he said, yeah, we did. We put things on your door. And I was like, well, I didn't get one. So he goes and gets one, you know, and it tells, you know, that they're going to come out. And I said, well, I didn't get one of these. But now it's too late because they already dug up my whole front yard. So anyway, they were out there all day long. They dug up my yard, my neighbor's yard, and across the street. So they were doing like 3 houses at one time. And I was just like so upset. And I said, well, you're going to put it back just the way it was, right? And I have to say they actually did a really good job because I was really upset. And by the time they finished, you could tell, but it was pretty good. I mean, they did put it back pretty much the same way it was. But anyway, I went out there and mowed it today and watered it. And all right, I have a little bit hanging over, so we're just going to trim that. And looks good. All right, so there we go. So anyway, I was so stressed out about that. And I just had a rough day. So that's why I didn't have a video last night. So, yes, I do work so hard. Yes, I know. None of them spoke English except for the supervisor, and his was minimal. So, I was just mad. And what can you do? They already went out there and dug it up. It's not like you can, take it back. All right, so we're going to do the inside with the leaves. Let me read some comments because I know you guys are talking a little bit. Oh, now you want guacamole, Patricia. Oh my gosh, it was so good too. I mean, normally, I do make guacamole from scratch and I do everything, like all the, everything that goes in it. It's all cut up. But Rotel, I was like, man, it was so much easier and it really was pretty good. So I might do that from now on, just do the Rotel. All right, so we're going to take the petunia pop but the bad thing was I ate it all, so I need to never do that again. But, the bad thing about guacamole, if you don't eat it all, it pretty much turns brown and then you can't eat the rest later. And I've tried like all the secrets. I tried leaving like the seed in there. And then somebody said, if you can get it, your plastic wrap or whatever, all the way down so there's no air getting to it, then it won't turn brown. It still did. Just the top layer turned brown, but I don't know. Does anybody have a secret for not getting it to turn brown? So then I wouldn't have had to eat it all. All right, so there's the inside, and I'm just going to sponge that just a little. This already has a whole bunch of petunia pop on it, on this, so I don't need to really dip it again. So we're just going to make it a little bit more pink. And then I've got to punch out a couple of circles. So these are 1 3/4 circles. So we need 2 of those. 1 for each card. And then we need a 2-inch circle of petunia pop. So this is 1 3/4 for the white and 2 inches for the petunia pop. All right, so we're done with that. And then we're going to stamp in black. Uh-oh, there's the words. And I don't know where this is from. I use it like on all the cards I've made lately. I'm not sure what stamp set it's from. All right, so we're going to stamp that on my circle, kind of near the top. Oh, I got something on that. Let's flip that over. And you can put anything on there you want, though. Then we're going to stamp the butterflies. I already have some stamped, but I'm just going to stamp a few more in the black on this paper. And you can get like about 5 on here. So just stamp a bunch. And you'll get all different colors. But what I did was I sponged it a little bit more. So let's just cut a couple of these off. And we're going to sponge a little bit more of the pink. Oops. Yikes, I did too much on there. Okay. It won't show that much when I cut it. You won't notice hardly. All right, so there we go. There's our butterfly. Then we're going to take this one, and we're just going to stamp this on the bottom. Like that. And do another one. I think that it's like not quite dark enough. If you stamp the second and third one. And then we're going to sponge that a little bit too. And then sponge around the edge. And we could roll it if you want to roll it. Give it a little bit more color on the edge. And then sponge that too. All right, so it's nice and pink. Love it. Okay, I didn't finish reading the comments, sorry. Let me see. Chop up blueberries and strawberries or put prosciutto with it. Interesting. Dip for chips. Rotel pasta. No. I did buy a watermelon. Jalen says, what is Roselle? Rotel. You never heard of Rotel? It's tomatoes. It's a can of tomatoes. And it comes like with everything in there. So you get the Mexican Rotel already has like some onions and some diced chilies and things like that in it. So it's already ready to go. You don't have to like add a bunch of stuff to it. So there's like a Mexican Rotel, and you can get it in mild or medium or hot. And I'm definitely a mild girl. I do not like too spicy. But if you like spicy, it's got like jalapenos and stuff in it. But I don't really like mine too spicy. Mel says, can of tomato pepper spice up, great to mix with cream cheese or in casserole. Yes, I use it in my chicken taco soup, and it's yummy. And then, oh, we gotta cut out these butterflies. Love chicken taco soup. That's like 2 cans of black beans, 2 cans of corn, 2 cans of Rotel, and like 3 or 4 chicken breasts, and a packet of taco seasoning and a packet of ranch seasoning or ranch dressing. Just a packet, the dry packet. And then you cook it like 4 or 5 hours, and then you put in a block of cream cheese. And oh my gosh, and then you shred it. You know, take chicken out and shred it. Oh, so good. And you can serve it like over rice if you want. But what I do is I put it in a bowl and put cheese on top, like Mexican cheese, and then some sour cream. I need to put my glasses on because I can't see. But, oh, that's one of my favorite soups for the winter time. And it'll last for several days. And it's really healthy, too, because there's it's pretty much chicken and vegetables, except for the cream cheese. That's a little fattening, but... All right, so this is how I do the antenna. I kind of cut around it, and then I cut a V in the middle. And that gives you pretty close. So you get pretty close up there. Isn't that butterfly pretty? Love it. That's the one I messed up. So see, you can't even tell I messed it up. Love it. Oh, I don't need that anymore. All right, I've got to cut the other one out. Oh, I watched this movie called Legend of the Lost Locket on Hallmark. It was really good. And I also watched something else. What did I watch? Now I can't remember. Oh, I watched the first few episodes of Bridgerton. That was really good. But I don't know. It's not as good. The first season was so good with that Duke on there. He was just so good looking. And then the second season was really good. I don't know. I just, I'm not seeing the chemistry between Penelope and Colin right now. So I'm going to have to get more into that. But think they need some, another guy like the Duke on there, because that guy was so gorgeous the first season. And they had some killer chemistry. All right, so there is that. And I finished watching Suits. That was so good. You guys have got to watch that if you haven't. It's amazing. There's like, I thought there was 8 seasons, but there's actually 9. All right, so we're going to put all this together now. So we want one of these on the front. Yeah, I saw the carriage scene. I watched the first, what was it, 3 or 4 episodes. Yeah, I think 3 episodes. And, or maybe 4, I don't remember. But yeah, I saw it and then it was like, oh, I thought it was going to be the whole season. And it says, oh, more episodes coming in June. I was like, what? Oh my God. Did I just do that? Okay, never mind. You probably are sitting there going, oh, guess what? We can do that. Goodness knew. That's what I get for talking and chewing gum at the same time. All right, so now this will go in the inside. Now I just got my paper with the lump in the inside for the fold. Okay, that's okay. Make sure this goes on the front. I've got a good joke for you today, too. It's another one. It's not, I don't know if it's as good as last time. Because that last joke, boy, I got a lot of comments about that last joke. The one with the no strings attached. There's always, no, there always is a string attached when you get something from the government. Yeah. A lot of you guys have been sending me jokes too, and I really appreciate that. Some of them I've already used, but some of them I haven't, so I've gotten a few good ones. And one of them tonight is a brand new one. All right, so dimensionals for this. I like to use those end pieces up. Gosh, what else did I watch? Something, oh, I know what it was. Big Sky, wait a minute. Was it Big Sky or Big Mountain Sky? Big Sky Mountain, no. Gosh, what was it called? Now I can't think of the name of it. It had the guy from When Calls the Heart on there. Kevin something, the one who plays Lee on When Calls the Heart. It was that. He was in it. And there's actually 2 of them. I had to go back and watch the first one because part 2 was on and I taped it, but I had forgotten what happened in the first one. So I went back and watched. Anybody know what it's called? It was Big Sky something on Hallmark. Oh, your ring. Oh, I should have cut that a little bit. It's a little bit hanging out right there. Okay, so there's our words. And then we're going to put these on with dimensionals also. Yeah, I kind of got tired of that theme song from Suits after I watched 100,000 episodes. And that was back in the day when the episodes, the seasons actually were like a lot. They had, I think, 16 episodes or 14 episodes. Something like that. Let me trim this just a little bit more. Okay, and then we're just going to put that kind of at the top a little bit. And then this one, we'll put it down a little bit lower because I don't want to hide those flowers because they're so pretty. So we'll just stick this like right there. There we go. We probably need a little bit more pink. Okay, then we've got some gems, and these are the In Color Shimmer Gems. So we're going to use some of the Petunia Pop ones. So I'm going to use one big one on the word part, and let me see. Let's put it right there. And then 2 little ones. We'll have one over here and one down here. So there's our gems. And then do the same thing over here. All right. Then I've got a bow. So we got to do a bow for each one. I had a funny story to tell you too. Now I can't remember what it was. Anybody remember what that movie, Big Sky River? That's what it was. So it was Big Sky River, and the second one was Big Sky Bridal something. So they ended up getting married. So, but I had watched the other one a couple of years ago, so I had to go back and watch that again. And it's really cute. I love that guy from the When Calls the Heart show. That's one of my favorite shows too. Love that show. It's just such a sweet, wholesome show. I love Hallmark Channel because they're like so nice and sweet. And there's always a happy ending. All right, so here's our bow and glue dot. But the other one I watched, The Lost Locket, that also had a bunch of people from When Calls the Heart. It had the pastor, what's his name, James, and his wife were both in it. And the guy who is the owner of the general store, he was the mayor. But it was really a good movie. And so that is on Hallmark also. So I joined this Facebook group, and it's Netflix something. I can't remember, but everybody talks about what shows are really good on Netflix. So it's a great Facebook group because they'll say like, you know, what is your top 3 shows on Netflix right now? And so then like 1,000 people will answer, and they all say like what shows are really good. And so what I do is I look at it and say, okay, if like 30 or 4 people all pick the same show, then it must be pretty good. So then I'll watch that. So there's a bunch of them. One is like Ozarks came up a lot. And what's another one? I can't remember. There's several though. And one is, I've already told you guys about, the Harlan Coben books. All of those are good. There's like 6 or 7 on Netflix now, and they're all really good movies. So if you haven't seen those yet, that's all. Just search Harlan Coben and you'll find it. Okay, and then we want to spritz it with some shimmer spray. And everybody always asks about the shimmer spray. It is alcohol, 70% alcohol, and the Champagne Mist shimmer paint that Stampin' Up used to sell, but the link to get it now is below the video. You just look for shimmer paint, Champagne Mist shimmer paint, and I have a couple different places you can get it from. And it's like $5. Or Amazon does have shimmer spray, but I don't like it as much as this one, so. All right, so there you go. Those are my 2 cards for today. So I hope you love them. The Ranch. Oh, I haven't heard about that, The Ranch. I'll have to check that out. That's on Netflix. I love Netflix, and I love Hallmark. I don't have Peacock. Thanks, Kathleen. I'll have to look up The Ranch. The Ranch. So I'm going to write them down. All these ones that I've written down, I'll show them to you next time. Thanks, you guys. All right, so we've got a joke and cards to give away. So, oh, Gilmore Girls. That was really good. Oh, Yellowstone. That's on my list to watch. I've never watched Yellowstone. Let me see. You got 6 avocados for $1? Dang. Oh, I got 6 for $3. And I went strawberry picking. I forgot to tell you that too. I went strawberry picking again. Okay, so those are my cards. Let me pull up my joke. Hold on one second. Let me grab that. All right, here's the joke for today. The IRS decides to audit Grandpa and summons him to the IRS office. The auditor was not surprised when Grandpa showed up with his attorney. The auditor said, "Well, sir, you have an extravagant lifestyle and no full-time employment, which you had. Wait a minute. Which you explain? Which you explain by saying that you win money gambling. I'm not sure the IRS finds that believable." "I'm a great gambler and I can prove it," says Grandpa. "How about a demonstration?" The auditor thinks for a moment and says, "Okay, go ahead." Grandpa says, "I'll bet you $1,000 that I can bite my own eye." The auditor thinks for a minute and says, "It's a bet." Grandpa removes his glass eye and bites it. The auditor's jaw drops. Grandpa says, "Now I'll bet you $2,000 that I can bite my other eye." Now the auditor can tell Grandpa isn't blind, so he takes the bet. Grandpa removes his dentures and bites his good eye. The stunned auditor now realizes he has wagered and lost $3,000 with Grandpa's attorney as a witness. He starts to get nervous. "Want to go double or nothing?" Grandpa asks. "I'll bet you $6,000 that I can stand on the side of your desk and pee into that wastebasket on the other side and never get a drop anywhere in between." The auditor, twice burned, is cautious now, but he looks carefully and decides there's no way this old guy could possibly manage that stunt. So he agrees again. Grandpa stands next to the desk, unzips his pants, but although he strains mightily, he can't make the stream reach the wastebasket on the other side. So he ends up peeing all over the auditor's desk. The auditor leaps with joy, realizing that he has just turned a major loss into a huge win, but Grandpa's own attorney moans and puts his head in his hands. The auditor says, "Are you okay?" "Not really," says the attorney. "This morning when Grandpa told me he'd been summoned for an audit, he bet me $25,000 that he could come in here, pee all over your desk, and that you'd be happy about it." And that joke was from Cindy Ira Smith. So thank you, Cindy, for sending me that joke. And I hope you guys thought it was funny because I thought it was really cute. So that's my joke for today. And now I've got some cards to give away. And I also have a few that have not been claimed from last time. So they have one more chance to claim it. So these are from last time. Cindy Sequencer, that's Cindy, Dahlia Martinez, and Barbara Osborne. So these three are from last time. So if you see your name there, make sure you email me, stampgirl2@cox.net. And the reason I underline that too is because some people just email stampgirl@cox.net and it goes to another demonstrator. All right, so I've got 5 cards to give away today. So here are the 5 for today. All right, let me shake this up. All right. Let me see. Oh, everybody liked the joke. That's good. Okay. All right, so first one is Jalen. And Jalen is watching. So Jalen, you get that one. Next one is Debbie Salinas. I don't know if I saw her on here today or not. All right, next one is Nick. Nick is on here. Nick, you get that one. I know I saw Nick on here. Next one is Joan Ballinger. Joan gets that one. And one more, Liz Aronson. So I don't know about Liz and Joan. I know Nick's on here, and I know Jalen is on here. Oh, Debbie's on here. She just said thank you. Yay. All right. So there you go. We're 8 cards we've got to give away. So make sure you send me your address. Stampgirl2@cox.net is my email address. So these, oops, that's not on the screen. Here we go. That's all the way over the edge. Okay. So there's the cards for today, the winners, and you have 1 week to claim it. And I will stick some more names in here. My bowl is pretty full, but I'm going to add some more names. And some of y'all are in here a couple times because I just write down random names that are leaving comments. So some of y'all win more than others, but Leave lots of comments, and you can leave them after the video too. So if you're not on the live, you can leave them after the video. So some of these, it's usually the people that leave the comments after the video that never see these. I don't know why. I don't know if they just fast forward past the end or what, but okay, you guys. So I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll be back Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. And we're going to do a new card kit on Saturday. So don't forget, you got 2 days left to do the starter kit special or get my card kit. And then Saturday we'll have a new card kit for the next 2 weeks. So I will see you soon, everybody. Have a great week. Have a great week and take care. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.